I work for ProCare because when I think about the type of company I want to work for, it revolves a lot around the heart of the company. And I think from the first day that I stepped in, ProCare, it's just this giving company that's constantly wanting to help people, and that's just really hard to not want to be a part of.
The most satisfying part of my job are the patients, hands down. Starting here, I had no idea that you're that involved with the patients. Being able to come in and be the voice for the patient, trying to get them approved, fighting with the insurance, and being that person that they can lean on if they just need to call and talk. I think the way that ProCare continues to hope is because we differ from the rest. They're not going to send the patient out with something that they know is not beneficial or not right for them. We're gonna fight for you. But we make it possible regardless of what steps we have to take or how hard we have to work or how long the hours have to be. They're gonna make sure that they get the patient what they need.
Since working at ProCare, I feel like I became more of an educator. I became more thoughtful with what I was doing, with what I was saying, and really educating patients and teaching them, so people are more aware of what's available, and we do a really good job of explaining what we're doing, why we're doing it, our commitment to those processes, and sometimes whenever things are really tough or that process is a little more lengthy and time consuming, we're committed to doing it because we know what the result's going to be. So we are there to invest that time into it and stick with it.
There's just no way you can describe, being able to be a part of someone getting their life back because they feel like they've lost their life. They don't have a limb, and I tell them all the time, I don't know how it feels not to have a limb, but I know how it feels to sit up in the hospital and not know what's gonna be the next answer. That's the most satisfying, seeing them come in a wheelchair but leave out walking.
I think the most satisfying part is when we initially go meet with patients and their families. And so I've had patients tell me I want to walk down the aisle at my daughter's wedding, or I just want to be able to go to my son's football game or my son's graduation. I think the best part of that is we have this team mentality, and so while I'm working with them in the front end, I get videos and updates from the practitioners of them actually accomplishing those things. And just the joy that it brings them, that never gets old, because we sit there and we talk to them how it's going to be okay, but they don't realize it's going to be okay until they can actually do those things.
The most satisfying part of the job is always the people. We get to work with such unique and special individuals and families. You see people do great things. You see people do small things that are really impactful in their life. From someone sprinting at the Paralympics, that's amazing. Or somebody doing the Boston Marathon for the first time as an amputee, and they were used to doing it before. To honestly, some of the greatest moments I've had is when a patient sharing with me that maybe somebody that didn't have hands and they pumped gas for the first time by themselves. Things like that always stick with you, and that's why we do this.